That fat bird just drove past in car, shouting, how much do you charge with camera on me, do you know what I mean, on the phone. And you get them all night, every night. 9 times out of 10 I end up shouting something back, do you know what I mean, like, same price your mum charges.
I've been given a fine of £150 today. How the hell do they expect me to pay the fine? As well as survive and pay my rent and feed myself.
My leg's fucked. It's like I did one in my ankle last week. I must have fucking missed in my leg.
That part of my life's done, over, finished with. It is a complete turnaround for me.
I don't like coming down here, but obviously it's a risk we all take, do you know what I mean? We don't know who we're getting in the car with. It could be a serial killer, it could be a rapist, it could be anybody you're getting in the car with. Obviously, like, now that it's legalised, girls feel more comfortable going to the police knowing that they're not going to get into trouble about things, but it's still dangerous. I had a guy get funny with me overnight and he was taking the piss, basically, yeah. He was, like, getting hard and then going limp and getting hard and going limp, and I said to him, look, at the end of the day, yeah, time's money, do you know what I mean? And you're just wasting my time, me being here. And he got funny about it. I ended up having to give him a tenner back out of money, do you know what I mean? For him to let me go. It can be quite scary, especially like when it's dark, you know. You can sense it and all. A lot of the idiots drive around being idiots, pulling up to you with the pants down, wanking and stuff like that, driving around, just being idiots. The phone's out, so you know not to get in with them. I can't get into my house, can I? And somebody squirted something through my lock on my lock. Some kind of filler glue. Well, it's expanding foam. So I'm able to get in there. All of this was covered. I've managed to get that off, but it's inside there, do you know what I mean? It is like a glue, isn't it? I haven't got a clue who's done it or who would do it or for what reason, because I haven't had any arguments with anybody, I haven't fallen out with nobody. What? If someone did it to me while I was inside, do you know what I mean? Would I be able to get out? I wouldn't, would I? It's like victimising, isn't it? Am I being victimised? None of my neighbours have heard anything or out. Nobody knows no. Nobody knows no at all. It's weird, isn't it?
Really expensive to live in. I've got to get at least £70 a day. And that's just for me, for a packet of cigarettes. £3 cheap fags, that is, and then 2 burger meals. That's without me going for any, like, deodorant, a bit of lipstick. I mean, it's not like I can just go and get a property to rent when I'm living here and I'm having to pay every single flipping day. I can't sofa surf and party and be up and about all night and that. I'm too old for all that now, do you know what I mean? I want to just feel safe, secure, be in my own place, do you know what I mean? I've got nowhere to go ever, really. You never expected me put in this predicament at my age, you know what I mean? All this should have been done and dusted years ago, when I was young. I just feel like I'm going fucking backwards rather than forward. Every time I keep trying to go fucking forward, it's like I'm just getting pushed backwards. hell, stop crying, Pete. Yeah, it's fucked. Hi, love.
Hiya, love.
You alright? I needed to ask you something, but I don't know if I can, kind of.
What?
I need your help.
What with?
Majorly. Majorly.
What's up? Come on, spit it out.
I need someone to start you down.
You've been kicked out? Yeah, fucking hell. You know, you can say I'm not gonna fucking see you on the street. You look down.
I am, babe. I am.
When you need to come round, come round. There's a bedroom upstairs. I'm in an alright place, mentally at the minute, and I'm not gonna see it on the street, you know what I mean?
You'll get people that'll meet you and that, and they'll say, oh, I want to look after you and rah, rah, rah. You can come and stay with me, I'll make sure that you're all right and you won't need to go out to work, all this bullshit, and then it's just typical men, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's kind of to be expected when you're a working girl. They just think, oh, I bring a working girl to live with me and, yeah, I'll get sex-free every day, do you know what I mean? And it don't work like that. He dropped me off in Holbeck, threw all my bags out at van and drove off and left me. You'll live with him, everything will be all right for the first couple of weeks. And then, like him, he'd ask me for a cuddle and that, so I'd give him a cuddle, do you know what I mean? And he'd constantly be trying to touch me up and, do you know what I mean? It happens a lot. This is what gets me out, to be honest. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't come out of the house unless I'm going to work. Obviously, when you're sofa surfing and that, the person who you're staying with could kick you out at any moment. I'm not letting him go, do you know what I mean, just because no one wants to house me. I love him to bits. I don't need a man, really. I've got my dog, do you know what I mean? It's responsibility for me, do you know what I mean? Like, rather than blowing all my money on drugs and stuff like that, like, I think of him first.
If I carry on like this, I'll probably fucking be dead in 5 years' time. And where I'd want to be, I'd love to be 100% clean from drugs and have a life where I'm happy, where I know where I'm going to be next week. I know what day it is and date. You can ask me day and date and I can tell you instead of not knowing what day of fucking week it is. And, you know, getting up in the morning like everyone else and going to bed on a night and stuff like that. I want to do it and I've got the potential to do it. It's just getting my head on that track and getting some backbone and some confidence and some willpower. You've just got to get to a point where you're totally fed up and it's been a long time coming. I'll turn 29 next month and I've been doing it since I was 16 now, so it's been like 13 years and my health's fucked and I'm just sick and tired of it and I can't cope with it anymore. This isn't really a life. It's just a fucking miserable existence, innit? Something I've got in my hopes for the near future to get back in contact with my dad before Christmas period starts. I love my dad and My dad don't deserve the way that I've been, do you know. For a man with his daughter, this is probably the worst thing in the world, isn't it? Methadone, it's not an instant cure, is it? It doesn't deal with mental side, but it deals with the physical side. I'm not gonna rattle anymore. I can wake up in the morning and I don't instantly feel ill. So I can put other things first instead of always putting drugs first. I don't need drugs to be on my mind as soon as I wake up in the morning, the very first thing. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. I go to the chemist once a day and I've got to drink it in the chemist. What they do is, like, if you start providing negative tests on a regular basis, it'd get to a point where they'd let you maybe go twice a week to pick your methadone up, you know, so they'd give you, say, 3 days and then 4 days. But at the minute, it's supervised daily in chemist. All right, thank you. I suppose, in a way, it's like the start of being a bit responsibility, you know, of getting myself to the chemist and making sure I pick it up. I just want to get myself right now.
She was doing really, really well for a short period of time. We gave her that little bit more freedom, that little bit more responsibility for herself. And we had fun. We had a great time while she was here. I was getting my sister back. As time went on, she became quite snappy, quite paranoid, that everybody was on at her. She would go into the bathroom for long periods of time. She would just go for a walk and she would say that she was going, you know, to get something and come back without anything at all. And then you could see in her face that her complexion was changing. She was becoming pale. I was having knocks on the doors from complete strangers. My neighbours were telling me that cars kept turning up at my address when I wasn't here. There was a lot of love, a lot of support, a lot of help, but it just wasn't enough.
The Holbeck area comes to life at night, really. It's not a fascinating place. It's not glamorous or anything, but it just comes to life at night. The police drive around just to make sure everything's all right, but they're less on your case if you're down within the managed time and in the managed area.
People just think, oh, prostitute, they're doing it just for the drugs and that, do you know what I mean? People don't actually realise that there's reasons and stuff behind it and that every different person's got a story as to why they've ended up in the situation that they have, do you know what I mean?
With Holbeck, it's like there's never no closing time. It's like once you get in, it's hard to get out because it just goes on.
I know that every single time I work, I'm putting my life in danger. I'm playing Russian roulette with my own life. I'm angry in myself, disgusted in myself. I've got 3 beautiful children that live with my mum because I can't look after them. They should have been enough, but they weren't.
do worry. What happens if I'm getting in that car and that's the very last car I ever get in? It could be, one day. I've got to do it, haven't I? Go out shagging men for money. Dirty old men. Well, I've got no choice, really, have I, when I'm an addict? Do you want business, love?